Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the monkey. So welcome back all my monkey friends. Let's see what we've got for you this week as we shuffle these cards around, move them up and down, and pick out 3 for you guys. Let's see what we've got this week. Let's start. About there. And we're going to take that one from the bottom. We're going to take that one from the middle. We're going to take that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we've got 2 whites and a black there. 2 positives to start us off, but a negative that we're moving into. It does look relatively good with those 2 whites there. We can be enthusiastic to a degree, but as I've always said before, white isn't always all right and black isn't always an attack. Let's see what we've got when we flip them over. The white rat. That's quite a good card for monkey people. The rat is in your affinity triangle. Rats and monkeys get on very well. There is a high compatibility there. Though I do feel that this card has got a lot to do with your own sort of ambitions and your own I guess goals that you're focusing on at the moment. It's almost like you've got to a point where you're starting to think, what happens next? What's going to be my next move? What's the next thing that's on my list of life decisions or life goals, if you like? You've done what you've done so far. You've ticked off a few things, but now it's time to get back to it. You need to start to focus on some kind of future or an idea of what your next move will be. You may already know what you want in your future, whether it be not so far future or the far, far, far future. You may already know what it is you want and where you're moving toward, but what's the next step to get there? What's the next move? Where do you go from here? Okay, yeah, not everything happened the way you wanted it to. Not everything that you thought you would succeed in was a success. Not everything turned out to be as thrilling and as fun as advertised. However, what happens now? What happens next? In this sort of theme park of life, what ride is the next ride for you to start queuing up for? Because that's the thing. You can't just start something or just jump straight into something. There is a line, there is a queue. And depending on how popular that thing is in life, is how long that queue is going to be, or how much work and effort and time you're going to have to spend to get to that point. Yes, some of the rides that you queued up for, they were a waste of time. Big disappointments. You could have spent years queuing up, working on relationships, working on businesses, or working in workplaces. You could be spending years and years working on all of these little things, queuing up for these rides, only to get to the end and find that that ride was not fun. But at this point now, what ride is next? There's no point worrying about the rides that you have ridden. What roller coaster is the next one that you're going to queue up for? Because they're all roller coasters. There's no avoiding that. It's all going to be up and down and turmoil and exciting here and scary there, and some are going to be disappointing and some are going to be thrilling. You have to make up that decision, but it's almost as if you're blindfolded and you can't actually see the roller coasters while you're queuing for them. Got the snake coming in there, something intimate, something romantic, something that is emotionally attached to you is definitely something on your mind at the moment. Maybe this has something to do with that future. Maybe there is a future planning here where your next roller coaster might be a romantic one. Or perhaps the roller coaster that is the one that you are now getting onto is that romantic one. Maybe you're anxious. Maybe you're a little bit frustrated because it's not happening as you wanted it to. It's not going the way you wanted it to. So now you're suspicious and untrusting of it. The snake and the monkey, they have this relationship of untrusting. You still can't trust this. You have this feeling. Your intuition is twitching. You can't quite put your finger on it. And maybe this is why you're reluctant to pick a roller coaster, or why you're trying to assess the situation more so than just rush into it. Time is ticking though, my lovely monkey friends. Time is ticking. And the more time that passes, the more likely that that ride is going to be closed or the theme park is just going to end, you know? So you need to make your decisions quickly. What is worth queuing up for? Well, you'll find out at the end of the queue. You'll have to find out if the queues with the longest sort of lines, with the more effort and time consuming and financially draining and exhausting queues that you are getting, you'll have to find out when you get there. So it's not so much necessarily about trusting your intuition in this sense, it's more taking a leap of faith. You need to take a leap of faith. Join a queue and hope for the best. Every single queue that you join is going to give you an ill feeling or suspicion or some kind of complex of some degree. But you need to pick one. Just pick one, any one. Because time is running out. We've seen this before. Time is ticking. And we don't know what this clock is ticking for. But I don't think the end result is going to be favourable. Got a catalyst card coming in though, because things are going to change. Rides are going to start to close. Queues are going to start to get longer. Things are going to start to be apparent that you're not that versatile or flexible as you potentially could have been. Maybe this rigidness is keeping you in a place of, I don't know, reluctance or hesitance. That sheep is a catalyst card. There is change coming in, but it also represents procrastination. You're hesitant. Again, probably because you're not trusting. So you're reluctant to take that leap of faith because you've got that feeling that something's not quite right. Probably because you don't know what the queues are for. Why are you lining up for something that you don't even know what you're lining up for? For all you know, you could get to the end of the line and it's a toilet, not a roller coaster. But while you're there, you may as well go. There's always a positive to be seen. It's just very hard to see it sometimes. The sun is always there, regardless of how many clouds are in the sky. And I think right now, standing there in this place of mistrust or in a place where you're reluctant to take the next step future-wise, because we're looking at future-wise. You've been thinking about it. It's on your mind. You're wanting to take that next step, or at least you know you have to. You can't stay a child forever, just as much as you can't stay young forever. You know, you're going to get older. You're going to mature. You have to move out and fly the nest sometime. You're going to have to, you know, stand on your own 2 feet eventually. It just means standing on your own 2 feet in a queue for a roller coaster that you don't know if you'll enjoy or not. But that is life. And you can't deny yourselves the experiences of life. You're a very intelligent person. You know that being reluctant to take the leap of faith only means eventually you're either going to be pushed or fall. So why not make a jump? You know, you're gonna have to go that way anyway. So why not make it on your terms? The next step that you choose to take is going to make you either regret that decision or be happy for that decision. There is no kind of like in between here. You've just got to take the 50-50 odd. You'll go into this and it'll either be, nope, regret that. That was a disappointment. But then you live and you learn with that. Or you'll be like, actually, that was quite good. That was thrilling. That was exciting. That was something that I will never regret and will always remember. And you would have created this memorable time. That's entirely up to you. It depends on how you see it. But you're going to have to pick something to step off from where you are onto. And we'll find out how you get on with that next time, won't we? When we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the monkey. My next reading will be for those born in the year of the rooster. So if you're interested in what those guys are up to, I will see you over there next. If not, no worries. I'll just catch you in a video for the monkeys next time. Thanks for watching. Love and peace.